Alright, so this is Sony's most recent state of play. I had a lot of issues with this state of play, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This state of play was shit. It was fucking garbage. For a number of reasons, but the main reason is because everything they showed is a clone of something else. Yep, I'm not looking forward to going through this again. Mike, this is the first time you're seeing it, so I'm curious to know your reaction. But yeah, right from the beginning, this had a lot of problems. Let's get to it.
Hi everyone, I'm Asad Kizilbash, Head of Product at PlayStation Studios and Head of PlayStation Productions.
Your last name is what? Have you ever heard of someone named whatever the fuck he just said?
I'm here to welcome one of the newest members of the PlayStation Studios family, Firewalk. This team brings together some of the most talented developers in our industry, with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space. We announced their first game, Concord, last year, and today they're revealing gameplay captured in-engine on PS5. But first, here's an extended vignette introducing some of the cool characters you'll find in the Concord galaxy.
What's the two red flags that he just mentioned? There's two words he said.
Hold on, go back a little bit. Let me hear it again.
Yeah. I'll go back on it.
In the online multiplayer space.
Oh, online and multiplayer.
Fucking up already.
Sometimes there are exceptions, but it's very rare. Very rare.
Yeah, not every game can be a Helldivers 2. And
yeah.
so Sony fucked that up by forcing their stupid PSN requirement. They torpedoed that game out of the top 10 most played games on Steam.
Yeah, that's crazy. Terrible business move.
By the way, the reaction to this trailer, let's just say it has more dislikes than likes.
I've been seeing that a lot recently.
Mm-hmm.
We will. I'll be waiting outside. No.
So already, what does just the tone of this? What does this remind you of?
Man, there's two things that actually reminds me of. Actually, it reminds me kind of like a bootleg Guardians of the Galaxy and a bit of Star Wars too.
It definitely reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks like it looks like they
right
took
off the bat, right?
Yeah, it looks like they took Star-Lord, made him a female, and then took Gamora and made her a male.
Yeah.
And then and then expected not for anyone to not notice.
Yeah, bro, I noticed that right off rip. And then when they brought up the screen, I'm seeing like the font, the font. I'm like, that reminded me a bit of Star Wars too. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like a rip off or a copy and paste or something.
That's because it is a rip off.
Oh yeah.
No one moves. We'll be taking this off your hands.
Now, we know this is an online multiplayer game, but what do you think the kind of game that it is, based on what we're seeing?
It looks like it's just going to be, like a regular Overwatch type shooter online multiplayer from what I'm seeing.
Well, we'll see.
Wait, do they even show gameplay of this?
Oh yeah, they show gameplay.
How bad is it? Started with. Alright, another satisfied customer. Goods delivered, I send everyone there.
I mean, technically, unless they have gravity boots or something, which it doesn't look like they do, they should have died as soon as they hit the top of the damn spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you, carry it around with you for...
Race again. You sound ridiculous.
Concord is kind of a strange name for a game, too.
That logo reveal or whatever, I mean, it looks like some 80s shit. They had a logo like that back in the fucking 80s.
Concord is a 5v5 first-person shooter set in the vibrant sci-fi universe of the Concord Galaxy. In Concord, from the moment you log on, you are part of the crew of the North Star, a group of guns for hire known.
Now you saw
shit's looking like Destiny.
You saw how detailed that CG trailer was.
Yeah.
And then now they're actually showing the game, and it looks like some cell shaded
gosh.
shit.
In our galaxy as free gunners. Free gunners are those.
That shit looks nothing like that CG trailer.
Oh gosh. Oh god. I was about to hurt.
Free to rule the stars. They take high-stake jobs on worlds across wild space where they face other fiercely competitive free gunner crews. Here's the very first look at the gameplay of Concord.
Free gunning.
Basically, what you said this game is, or what you thought this game is basically what it is. It's a rip-off of Overwatch.
How
It's
sad,
our
man.
work, but it's our work. You're free.
Right on
When I
target.
saw that, I was like, damn, it was looking like it plays out just like Overwatch. Oh my goodness, man.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, you better run.
Free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves.
You know what's sad? I actually know a dude, one of my good friends. You probably know who I'm talking about. That motherfucker will eat this game up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
that motherfucker. The last time I saw him, he was talking about, and he's probably watching this too, or he's gonna watch this. So he already knows, what the deal is. But last time I was talking to him, he was telling me how he paid $60 for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and he's like, oh, it's actually a good game. I'm like, you out your fucking mind. You you done lost your fucking mind, dude.
No. It's like Overwatch and Destiny. Oh my gosh. They have no shame.
I don't know what Sony was thinking with this, and how much money did they blow to, for the budget for this game, when they could have made something else entirely.
I need a second to fix myself up.
This is sad to
And in
see.
the wilds, it's anyone's game.
It's just lazy. Like, what the fuck were they thinking? This is the best you can come up with?
Yeah, there's no originality.
Dude, let me tell you, like, there was an article that came out recently. It said more than half, about, I think, 60 million PS4 users have not upgraded the PS5. And it's because of shit like this. If you look at the PS5's library, its exclusive library, almost everything the PS5 has is either a remastered PS4 game, or it's a sequel of some kind to a major franchise like Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon, whatever. But some of those games came out on PS4, like God of War Ragnarok. When that came out, it came out on PS4. Horizon Forbidden West, when that came out on PS4. Now, a game like Spider-Man didn't come out on PS4, but it's still, eventually it's going to come out on PC, and that's likely going to happen next year. Everything that the PS5 has ends up on PC. What reason they're not giving people enough reasons to go out and buy a PS5? And then every time they reveal a new IP, it's some nonsense like this. And then they wonder why the PS5's not selling it anywhere near as well as the PS4.
Yeah.
Not to mention the supply issues that the console had, the first 3 years it was on the market because of COVID and everything else, the chip shortage and all that.
We risk our lives every day to do the job.
I'll clear the way. Time to show.
This character's name is One Off. It's like it's like it's like a really bad joke. I don't know how else to describe it. That's some bullshit that you fucking discard during your rough draft. That's not something you greenlight and then put into, spend millions of dollars to create and then put into a trailer for people to see.
I don't know how they got the green light on this shit. It's crazy.
This game is gonna bomb, dude. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way
It's gonna flop hard.
Oh yeah, for sure it's gonna flop. Especially if this is if it's only coming out on PS5. Hell, they could release this on PS4, Xbox. They could release this on Switch too. This shit will still fucking bomb.
Yeah, even motherfuckers on Switch ain't got this shit.
Yeah.
Take any job, face any enemy.
Dude, a fucking Call of Duty game alone will destroy this fucking game on the market, dude. What the fuck were they thinking? Oh my god, man. You also got to think, they're trying to copy Overwatch. That's the main thing that they're, ripping off here. People don't even like Overwatch anymore.
Yeah, you're right. I don't hear anybody talking about that game anymore.
Overwatch 2 is one of the most disliked games on Steam. No one likes that fucking game, dude. They pretty much killed that franchise before it even had a chance to get off the ground. Because the first game was like this groundbreaking thing. It was like this new idea, and it, became highly successful. 2, they fucked it up, by trying to monetize off of it too much.
Yeah, last time I checked, you're right. It had like an overwhelmingly negative on Steam.
Yeah, I did. This is crazy to me.
Yeah, there's no reason to play this game.
They out their fucking minds, man.
No reason to play that game.
This is some trash. This is gonna perform the same way, if not worse, than Redfall did. You would think they would have learned their lesson by now, these game developers and publishers, but I guess not. I mean, Anthem wasn't enough. Fallout 76 wasn't enough. Fucking Marvel's Avengers, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. They just keep making the same mistake over and over again. More, multiplayer driven, live service trash. Unbelievable.
With Concord, we lean on the strengths and background of our team to make a tight, well-balanced FPS that's building a strong gameplay foundation.
Every person that shows up in this trailer, they probably won't be working in the games industry by next year. I'm just saying, they probably won't have a career for too much longer.
Of tight core movement, precise visceral shooting, and expressive ability.
You show your face in this.
And all that.
Yeah, you show your face in this fucking trailer right here. You are asking for your career to be ended. Better start submitting your resume. Go on LinkedIn and find another fucking job somewhere.
Yep.
We ended up
leave this shit off too.
A lot pipe.
I feel sorry for this fool right here. The game designer. As a black man, I mean, we already don't get too many opportunities, but they fuck you over, my dude. They fucked him sideways. Hey, we'll let you have this position right here.
Oh, you sure did, man.
I hear Google is has some positions available. Better put in resume, motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Fighting games and even strategy games and the interest
Characters really pushing.
The dude looks like what's that fucking dude from those comedy movies or whatever. Can't remember his fucking name, but he was in He was in that fucking what's that fool's name? This Is the End. I think he was in one of those. He was also in Tropic Thunder too. What's that fucking fool's name, dude?
I think I know what you're talking about. I forgot his first name. I think like I know his last like McBride. I don't know his first name.
Danny McBride, yeah.
Yeah,
he has that fucking Danny McBride haircut.
Yeah, he does.
You need to cut that shit off, dude.
In the possibility space of two different characters colliding, it's all about creating opportunities for improvisation. That's where we can get out of the way and let players find
Yeah, he's like a fucking carrot top.
to have impact beyond direct.
You're only known for your fucking haircut. That's how forgettable you are.
A full game. So whether that's multiple rounds of mode or multiple respawns across a map, coordinated teams can set up and plan ahead, and depending on where and when it happens, players
got everything from mystics and medics to gunslingers and sparked robots. Every character we're into Concord.
And the character designs are fucking awful.
Their best one is One Off.
Yeah, they can say goodbye to that studio.
On PS5 and PC. PC players don't want to play that shit. let me go back to the character roster. So that was some bullshit, but moving on.
Yes, that was
the
powerful way to start it.
Yeah, that was their first game too. Like, you know, that's how you know it's gonna be a waste of time.
Yeah.
But it gets worse. Okay, well, we knew this was coming. A good PC port lives and dies by the features it has. I can see that they're throwing in the typical upscaling options. For people with lower graphics cards, you don't have the top of the line shit. You can still play the game and it'll look just as good as it does on console because of these upscaling features. So it's a good thing they threw that in there. Coming to PC September 19th, 2024.
Yep, pretty close.
Yeah, disclaimer, you need a PSN in order to play it.
So that's a new norm for them.
Yeah, they didn't put that in the trailer though.
Soldiers and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain.
You can kind of make a wild guess once you see the gameplay.
Is this a Dynasty Warriors? I didn't know he's still making these.
Yep, Dynasty Warriors. These games were always cartoon shows. This one doesn't look any different from the older ones. So.
Yeah, I was never even a fan of the older ones too.
The combat system always seemed generic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was never really my thing. Because if you could just take out, you know, waves and waves of enemies like that, to the point where you can take out a whole army by yourself, where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
You're just overpowered the shit. Like, I don't know. Cool for anyone who cares, but I can already tell you there's a red flag right here on this screen. Koei Tecmo Games. It doesn't get too much more mediocre than Koei Tecmo.
Momo, I think I was dreaming.
Oh no.
It wasn't a dream.
No, this was some straight bullshit. This is if Concord didn't make it clear already that this show was going to be a waste of time, this game further emphasized that point.
When I first saw that pop up, I'm like, I already know I'm not gonna get to this. Oh my goodness. No.
It's like they took Frozen and just like said we're gonna go times 10 on the shit. You could tell this was made by a Japanese studio.
I hate this type of shit, man. I hate this type of shit.
You can tell.
Ready?
My goodness.
No Western studio, no American or Western in anything made this game.
Oh my God.
Here's what I don't.
That part is I know dudes in real life that love this type of shit too.
Oh yeah, there are grown men that like this shit. I'll never understand it. But what I was gonna say is, here's what I don't like about children's games, or games made for kids. You don't have to treat them like kids, in order to get a good reaction from them. Because typically, from what I've noticed, and it was like this when I was a kid, you can make something for kids and also make something for adults at the same time. The adults are the ones that are going to have to buy the shit in the first place. So why not make something that parents can enjoy with their kids together? No parent wants to sit and play this shit. If it'll come up. I'm not sure if it's going to come up or not.
And chat, it's so iffy and hit and miss.
It should come up, right? It's not coming up. Okay.
You.
Oh, there it goes.
There it is. L is right.
They call this game Infinity Nikki. Are they serious?
Man, I hate these type of
Pursues infinity. Or is infinity?
A motherfucker asked, "Where's Wolverine?" Hope you have a time machine for 2026.
Yeah, you could be waiting a while, buddy.
Yeah, you ain't getting no Wolverine anytime soon. You better go watch Deadpool and Wolverine. That's about as much Wolverine as you're gonna get out of 2024. Or you go watch X-Men 97. You ain't getting Wolverine nothing this year from video games.
Awaiting you.
Motherfucker asked, "Where's Bloodborne?" Up your ass, that's where it is.
Until the towering.
That's some bad voice acting. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, it is.
And you could tell it's that kind of voice acting where it's like it's so bad you can't even blame the voice actors because that's the way they do. They were directed to say the line.
More Dark Souls type shit.
I'm not sure. I don't even know. It's one of those fucking trailers where it's like it's so frantic, it's all twitchy with the editing.
Yeah.
Like, just show the fucking gameplay and stop cutting every 2 seconds. Japanese people, they always fucking cut trailers like this, and I don't understand why. Like, come on, dude.
They swear it's epic, but it's more annoying than anything.
That's how they do it over there, man. I couldn't even tell what kind of game it is. Is it a Souls-like or what? Like, what the fuck is it?
Yeah, it's confusing. It was cutting so much. The movement of the enemies was like some Dark Souls shit, but I'm really not sure.
So did some of the designs, but I can't tell. I'll say this though, if it is a Souls-like game, it's going right to the skip list.
Of course, everyone's saying a win. I swear, anything that resembles a Souls-like, it's like always getting positive feedback by the community.
I don't know about that because those all the Souls clones they don't sell anywhere near as well as From Software games. And the only two From Software games that have really sold that great is Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. The rest of them haven't sold that, sold like that. This is me. This is me right here. Every time they every time they show one of these fucking games, dude, it's like, man, another one. That's one of the most oversaturated fucking genres.
Yeah.
I thought I was a fool.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to play with a bucket on my head, I mean,
Yeah.
I think I got one in the garage somewhere.
There is no hope here. Thirst.
I'll just cut some holes into it. Imagine looking at some dumb shit like this as someone who doesn't play video games. Like if you ask someone who doesn't play video games to ask them to look at something like this, they're gonna look at this like, what the fuck? What am I looking at? You know?
Yeah. All these VR games are
only monsters do.
Well, I'd imagine that's because there's only so much you can do with them. Because the whole thing is a gimmick in the first place.
Yeah. The only one I've heard that did well was that Half-Life game. It's still weird to me they only did it in VR.
I think people only were excited for that because it's another Half-Life game over a decade after the last one.
Man, the state of play has been terrible.
Oh, we have more. Yep, more VR.
Yeah, VR game.
So we have a alien strategy game, an alien co-ops Gears of War style game. Now we got our alien VR game. We have our alien survival horror game. I wonder what's next. I guess the next one is that they haven't done is an alien open world game. When is that coming out?
Yeah. How much is that headset or the VR anyway? Like $500?
I don't think it's that much. I think it's at least $200. It makes more sense to buy a DualShock Edge, a DualSense Edge. The damn controller's $200 by itself.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson. I'm Shooter, playable soon on PS5.
Oh gosh.
Didn't y'all just show that? Oh yeah, this is coming out on PC as well. It's free to play, so that should tell you all you need to know. Oh, and speaking of which, this is an Overwatch style game too.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh no. When I heard PvP, I knew it was going to be bad. The fuck? Oh fuck no.
Stronger together.
Looks like a damn mobile game.
If they did this game, same the same characters, same Marvel brand and everything, but did it to where it has like a realistic art style, I think they people would be more interested. But as it stands now, nope.
Yeah.
Because the concept within of itself is not bad, but the way they're doing it here is just
yeah. Yeah, it just looks like some shit.
I don't even think this was made by an American studio. I think, or it could have been, but I think the publisher is a Chinese company.
See how mankind has conquered space.
Yeah, L's in the chat. We got it right. 21 minutes in, or 22 minutes in, and this has been a mess.
We only got a little over 10 minutes left.
What is it? Another Souls-like? Is this Sekiro?
I don't think this is a Souls-like. Because IGN was talking about the hands-on with this game. And it's more similar to Ghost of Tsushima gameplay-wise, but it's like one of those like wild, like video game version of one of those wild, like Chinese, kung fu movies. I don't think it's a Souls-like. Although it kind of looks like that way. It's an open world game. I know that. I think it's like an open world RPG. It's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon shit. Did you ever see that movie?
Nah, I never watched it.
It's a long ass fucking movie. It's a good movie, but it's a long ass fucking movie. It said, and I checked the website for this too. If I can go back. In development for PS5, but not PC.
Let's make this one trip we will never forget.
This isn't a new game, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Emily?
This is a remaster.
That's fucking crazy they remastered this shit.
Well, Until Dawn was actually really popular. It was a cult hit. They're actually making a movie out of it. Like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. When I think of these games, it's like I'd probably play like one and never play it again.
They're not for everybody.
Got a
Arkham was once a peaceful land.
If you've seen gameplay for Diablo, it's pretty much what this is.
Oh, okay.
But each day descends further.
Good old top-down isometric perspective. I will say the HUD looks almost identical to Diablo, though. Don't know why that is. I'm curious to try this out myself. Every fucking game has early access now.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot on Steam.
Yeah, that's like the thing now.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
Monster Hunter on the 3DS and one time on Wii U. I wasn't really.
I hope we find them
into
soon.
it.
I am not a Monster Hunter fan. The games are too clunky for me.
Yeah, they're really clunky.
Yeah. I tried. I played several hours of World, and I was really trying to get into it, and I did like it to some degree, but I couldn't stick with it, especially considering the fact that it didn't really have a story to it.
Mm-hmm.
This I don't know if maybe they'll put in some more effort narratively, but I don't think so. I think this is just a bunch of fluff. They made a Monster Hunter movie, didn't they?
What'd you say?
They made a Monster Hunter movie, didn't they?
I think they did. I think I remember hearing about it.
Probably wasn't very good.
Monster Hunter World was a game you tried?
Yeah, because that was.
Did it have voice acting? Because I don't remember. I know the older ones did it, but I wasn't sure if World had voice acting.
I think it did. I'm not sure. I can't remember. See, Capcom has these, like, they keep using the Resident Evil engine, so it looks great, but mechanically they're, if it's not Resident Evil and it's not Devil May Cry, then it's some clunky ass shit. They made the same mistake with Dragon's Dogma 2, and this game is just, like I said, it's gonna have it's gonna have the same problem. Motherfuckers keep asking for a Jak and Daxter and a new Jak and Daxter and the new Sly Cooper. Y'all motherfuckers ain't getting no goddamn Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper. Stop asking for that shit, dude. Those franchises ended, what, 3 generations ago?
Yeah.
Like,
you know by now.
Yeah, just stop. Someone just asked for a new Ratchet. No new Ratchet and Clank. You want them to make a Ratchet and Clank game every fucking year so the shit gets stale? Come on. Fucking lucky Ratchet and Clank even still exists.
Thank you, sir.
That's another reason I don't like Monster Hunter. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the game's been improving graphically, but its combat and everything is still the same.
Still the same shit mechanically. Not for me. Oh, this next game, people were saying this was the game of the show. I disagree. But let's take a look at it.
Oh no!
One person asked for Kingdom Hearts 4. Yeah, take your ass on with that shit.
What's this called again? Astrobot?
Astrobot.
Yeah, Astrobot.
Now people were saying this is game of the show. So.
I know people love the first one, but I don't know why. One of those test games, I say.
The first one was, this one it looks like they're trying to, I'll just save it.
A lot of shit.
Keep going.
I mean, it's cool and all, but I still
be sure to visit PlayStation blog for
mature and darker.
Adult.
Yeah.
That's basically this Astrobot game. It's basically just this version, this generation's Little Big Planet. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, again, it's kind of cool, but you know, people are saying like this is the best game that they showed. I mean, that within of itself is a problem, you know. Although if Astrobot wins Game of the Year, I'd rather it win Game of the Year than that fucking Rebirth shit. So, good luck to it.
More on the games you just saw, as well as PlayStation.com for the latest on Days of Play. This global celebration
that was completely terrible.
Yes, it was. That was bad.
I can't believe that's the game they had to show off.
This is why no one's buying the fucking PS5. I mean, people are buying the PS5 just because it's the console to own right now, but it's not selling at the same rate that the PS4 was selling. PS4, everyone was buying the PS4 because at the time Sony, they just came off of a bad generation with the PS3. The PS3 had a lot of great games and whatnot, but it had a terrible launch. It was overpriced, and it took them years to get it to an acceptable state. And it wasn't easy to develop for because of the cell architecture that was in the system. The PS4 was simplified. The design of it was kept simple. The library that it had its rough spot in the beginning, but eventually they put some actual worthwhile exclusives on it. At the time, the PS4 also benefited from a bunch of remasters and whatnot of older games and what have you. PC gaming wasn't as prevalent as it is now back then. This generation is different. More and more people are starting to play on PC, and now Sony, they're moving all of their exclusives to the PC platform. I think eventually they're gonna make it to where their exclusives are day and date with PC, which means there's no point in owning a PlayStation at that point. If they do that, slowly but surely, it seems like they're turning into what Microsoft has, what Xbox has become, which is basically a third party, another third party company. You look at the games that they showed off in this show. You've given players no reason to be excited, who don't already own PS5. You're not giving them any reason to care by trying to push garbage like Concord, and you're not giving people who've already bought the console, like myself, any reason to turn it on and to use it.
Yeah.
It's just it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're holding on to dear life for these contract exclusives, but man, it's got to stop if they're gonna keep pushing this shit out.
But
what the fuck is this?
But see, the reason they're pushing garbage like this is in part because of the failure of Xbox. They don't have any competition. You get garbage like this when you don't have any serious competition. I can tell you right now, Microsoft is not turning the Xbox around. They're not going. It's not going to go back to that particular brand. It's not going to go back to the glory days of the Xbox 360.
Yeah, those days are long gone.
Yeah, that shit is done. That's how bad they fucked up with the Xbox One. They pretty much killed that entire brand. And when Microsoft chose to put their exclusives on PC day and date, and then they started pushing Xbox Game Pass, they pretty much gave up trying to compete with Sony.
Yeah.
So now Sony doesn't have any competition. They don't have any worthwhile exclusives. And now they're putting all of their exclusives on PC. Now there's really no point in owning a PlayStation at all. The best thing that they have coming is licensed games or games from, already established franchises like God of War. But, those games take time to make. They cost millions upon millions of dollars. People are starting to catch on with like the familiarity of them, so
yeah, like it's not worth it waiting years, for a good game every now and then.
It's not. Someone just asked, "Where's Resistance 4?" Are you serious?
Those comments are hilarious.
They have to be trolling, dude. Good and goddamn well you ain't getting another Resistance game.
Yeah, he has to be. I've been seeing them post crazy shit this whole time.
Some motherfucker trying to let me scroll up. Some motherfucker trying to sell more copies of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You know that game flopped, right? Crazy ass motherfucker.
Nah, he's fanned out.
Yeah,
he's fanned out.
You a fanboy, dude. But yeah, they're putting all of their best games on PC. There's I mean, God of War Ragnarok was one of the few worthwhile games that they had. Now that's going to be on PC. Well, I mean, we already know that Spider-Man eventually is going to come to PC. That's probably the two exclusives that they have coming, because this year on PC they released Horizon Forbidden West. They just came out with Ghost of Tsushima on PC. Now they got God of War Ragnarok coming, as well as Until Dawn. So they're putting all of their best games, all of their best exclusives on PC. Next year they're probably going to put The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered and Spider-Man 2 on PC. Guaranteed. And then the year after that, it'll probably be in 2026 they'll probably put that Venom game up on there, because that's coming out next year. And if they start going back, because there was a rumor that Sony's going to start releasing some of their older exclusives, like the Infamous games and whatnot, on PC. They do that, dude. It's like you're killing any reason for people to buy your console. Yeah, I just, it's hard to care about these things anymore when it's like they have nothing to show.
Yeah.
The best thing that they showed, in my opinion, was Silent Hill 2, and that's a remake.
Yeah.
So
most always a remake taking over.
And they can't. The video game industry can't rely on remakes forever. There's only so many games that are worth actually receiving a remake, and they're running out. They're running out of all the good ones that could use a remake.
Yeah.
There's not too many of them left. Once they run out, then what? You gotta create some new IP, some new franchises that are worth a damn, and shit like this Infinity Nikki bullshit is not gonna cut it, man.
Yeah.
No one's gonna buy.
This shit's crazy.
No one's gonna buy a goddamn PlayStation for some Infinity Nikki.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
I just don't even get that, dude. And a game like this that could have worked, that they could have sold to at least a bigger audience than what this shit would actually sell to, would be like a third Gravity Rush game. But what did Sony do at the beginning of the console generation? They shut down the studio that makes that makes those games, and then I think they fired everybody. Yeah, good luck with trying to sell some nonsense like this. As it stands right now, I have no reason to turn on my PlayStation.
Yeah, man, this shit was sad. No creativity, seeing the same shit over and over, or just some shit that you're really not interested to play. I mean, man, this was just sad showcase.
This was pathetic. Now, at the end of this week, they have the Summer Games Showcase. I'm not expecting fucking thing from that. I'd be surprised if they show, you know, more than a handful of games that look like they would actually be worth a damn. And if you notice, a lot of the games that people are looking forward to now are licensed games. Wolverine, that Marvel 1942 or 43 or whatever the fuck it is, that fucking Blade, you know, licensed games people are looking forward to because they don't have any new IP that's worth a shit. I think the one new IP that I'm looking to see more of, that I want to see more of, is Phantom Blade Zero, and that game looks too good to be true.
Yeah, I remember when we watched that.
Yeah, that I don't know if that's even gonna, you know, if that's gonna turn out to be a gimmick type of game, or you know, I don't know how that's gonna turn out, but I would rather, at this point in time, I would rather see more of that than more of this bullshit that's coming from these Japanese studios. So, yep, failed.
At least look different, so.
Yeah, it did.
You know,
it did.
Caught our attention.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I don't give a damn about anything that they showed here. Yeah, aside from the Silent Hill 2 remake, but yeah, aside from that, fuck the rest of it. So, failure.